purpose of this video is to give you a very basic overview of the anatomy of the guitar. You can see that there's going to be examples of the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar. And although they look very different, they share many of the same parts. So let's take a second to look at those things that are the same for the guitars. First, we have the guitar bodies. These are really built for looks and aesthetics as well as comfort to the body of the player. The arrows on the guitars are both pointing to what we call the bridge. Now the bridge serves a purpose of keeping the strings off of the guitar body and giving them space to resonate whenever they're struck with either the fingers or the pick, so that you can get the pitch or the tone or the timbre that you're trying to get. As you can see on the right, the acoustic guitar has a big hole in the center. That's called the sound hole or the F hole, and that acts to pick up the sound, and it also acts to reverberate the sound out into the listener. But the electric guitar, this particular one, has 3 pickups, but there could be a variety of as to how many you can put on there. Also, there's a variety of types to use. We'll get into that in another video. These little silver things at the top and the bottom of the guitar are the strap buttons. This is where you attach your strap when you're wearing your guitar. In the circles, we're going to have the pick guards, which is exactly what they sound like. They guard the guitar from scratches from the pick. Now we'll move on to the guitar neck and the headstock. As you can see, the headstocks of these 2 guitars are very different, and there's a reason for that. That's because that's the trademarkable part of the guitar. The bodies can be similar to other brands, etc., but the headstocks need to be distinct per brand. These are the tuning pegs or the machine heads. They both serve the same purpose on both guitars. They just tighten and loosen the string as to the tuning and the pitch. Now this is important because as guitar players we know what this means, but someone who's starting out on guitar, it can be confusing. These lines that are being pointed at, those are called frets. They differentiate and they mark pitches on the neck. Now this is the space in between the frets where we usually talk about where our fingers need to go to make the notes that we so desire. Please keep in mind when we're talking about frets as to where your fingers go, we're talking about the space between the frets. Now this next part of the neck is called the nut. If you remember in the previous part of this video we talked about the bridge. Well, the nut is the bridge of the neck. It just holds the strings off of the neck so that they can resonate. Well, there's a lot more to things here than what we just went over, but we just want to do small bites. We don't want to give you too much information at one time. We want you to be comfortable and we want you to be excited about learning something new. So until we get together again next time, have fun.
It's been such a